Hello everyone, Warrior Angel here and welcome back to the Wales campaign for Medieval 2 Total War. At the end of the previous episode we left things on a high note as I had taken the English capital at Nottingham, gaining access then to the higher tier recruiting buildings they've got there. It's a pretty good thing, although annoyingly, because of how Medieval 2's recruitment system works, I have to wait a couple of turns for units to enter the recruitment pool, from which then I can recruit into the army. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about exactly, we'll just pop on here quickly. You can see I can actually access recruitments for mailed knights, it seems, skirmishers, heavy bowmen, spearmen and so forth. But I have to wait 2 turns, or hang on, 1 turn it seems for these peasants. I have to wait 1 to 2 turns before I can actually recruit 1 unit from them. It's a little bit annoying. I mean, I prefer this system to like the later Total Wars, where it just seems as soon as you march in, all of a sudden you recruit the top tier build ones you can happen to get, if you've, even if you just recently conquered that settlement. But that's just me. Anyway, actually, before we get going, I did notice we had the option to retrain. There's me talking about how my army is quite diminished. We've got a unit here of only 29 men, for example, 27 for this Win, and yet I can actually retrain some of my troops, it seems. It's surprising because I can't actually recruit them. And they're actually doing it for really cheap. What the hell? That can't be right. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on, I remember now. This. So in the previous episode, not long after I captured Nottingham, I got the option to establish a swordsmith's guild in the area, which I decided to accept, which means as a result I can upgrade my melee weapons, hence why I can retrain some of the men. Okay, that makes sense. Before I do that though, there is actually a few things I want to get done in this episode if possible. Number 1 is to deal with these English armies that are sort of around the area. There's only little units here and there, like this one's got 3, and this one looks like it's got about 2 or 4.
You are not my liege.
But because I don't know, like for example, there's these 2 English forts, and I have no idea what they're recruiting down here, if they got anything there at all, what have you. I would like to sort of clear this area before I move on, because I don't want to leave Nottingham exposed to an attack, given the higher tier recruitment buildings it's got. It saves me having to bring them all over from Wales to get here, so it'd be nice if I can sort that out. The second thing I want to do is deal with the army down here near Gloucester. It's only a couple of units, but I would like to clear them out, because if I can do that, I should be able to start marching into Cornwall, and perhaps even continue the march along the south of England in order to get a few good regions. I'll say good, they don't really look like the best. I don't know, I mean, what have we got here? Catapult Maker, a port, a leather tanner. I've seen better. I've seen worse as well, I suppose. So let's have a look. I mean, what we got? I got a spy right here, and I'm thinking about getting down to London. I mean, if we look here, we can see, wow, that's actually got quite a lot of building options here. So London, I would say, is definitely the best place to go. I was talking about Oxford, but it doesn't really look that big. It's only got these 4 buildings and a stone wall, so it has potential, but they haven't really upgraded it yet. What else do they have around here, though? We got Winchester, which is actually a little bit more upgraded than Oxford in terms of the amount of buildings they have. They've got this English castle. I wonder what they got there. Like, if I can focus on getting rid of the castles and that rather than the large towns. I mean, the towns would get me money, but if I can get rid of the castles, that reduces the English's ability to produce troops, especially since they get access to these armoured swordsmen and armoured sergeants. So if I can get rid of them, then things are going to help me out. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going to go for Oxford. What I'll do, Philip, you can march this way, or we can go I'll tell you what, come down here
With
and check
discretion,
out...
sire.
What the? Arundel? I've never heard of this castle. Huh. Let's have a look at it. Oh wow, they've got access to knight stables, a practice range, and an unknown building type. They've got a general there in position here, so they haven't got much in the way of troops. There's going to be a hard chance for me to spy on the settlement, but do I risk my spy for 46% or not? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But the fact they got these knight stables means that they can still get access to knights in that, which is not something I particularly want. So if I can, that could be a target. In fact, what I could do is what they have there here.
Begone! You are not my liege.
So they got an armored sword unit,
Come and get me,
And armoured
you
sergeants.
coward.
It could mean, because there is a... Given where their location, it looks like they've come from a Wundale. Suggests that that unknown unit is actually like the high-tier infantry building. So that could have potential. That could be a target once I've taken London. I'll tell you what, you can march up here.
Sire.
We've got a couple of turns until I can actually
continue
move anyone from
tomorrow,
Nottingham,
sire.
so I might as well take advantage and just spy out the area a little bit. Not only that, but did I have... I did notice when we were going through this before. Here we are. We've got another
Where
spy
to,
here.
sire?
I'll tell you what, start marching down here so we can see what they got in
quietly.
Cornwall.
I
So they
am
got
spent, sire.
the castle
I
here,
shall
and
continue
they got something down
tomorrow.
there. We do have merchants here, Barnaby and George. I have to keep an eye out for those. Last thing I want to do is because merchants can actually attack one another basically, or drive the other one out of business if possible. Now, Cardigan is actually near my gold mine, which is giving me about 100 a turn.
At your service.
Just from the standing here. I mean, if it was further away, I'd be making a lot more money. But, oh, there we go, 182 florins a turn. And the thing is, he's not the most keen business sense in the world, you know? So if I can keep an eye out for these, because in comparison, what have these guys
Sire.
got?
We don't trust you enough to do business.
He's making 335 a turn. That's pretty impressive. This
Peace
guy's
must
making
precede trade, my
402.
lord.
So these guys could make a lot of trouble for me if they decide to come after Cardigan there. Okay, anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's start doing some stuff. So what I want to do first of all is check out this location with the forts. So the way I can do that, I think, I'm not going to risk Corellin here. What I can do is use him, and we can see to about here, I would say. So if I go here and build a watchtower, this should open up.
Yes, my
What's
liege.
down here? Okay, so we've got another 2 units there. Tell you what, build the watchtower first.
Yes, my liege. This
Let's move
tower
back.
will keep vigil
Okay.
over the lands.
So, looking at this, we got Leonard
I
Scrope.
respect you, my enemy.
He's a general with 4 other units, and then we've got here
I will only address you
just
in
a 1
battle.
unit. Okay. So between here we've got 5, 6. I think that was a 3 unit,
Come
so that's
and get me,
9
you coward. I
and
will only address
13.
you in battle.
so we've got a 13 stack here. Okay, so that could lead to some hassle later on. So I think I will go after at least trying to eliminate these 2. These ones I can go after in my own time, but these ones I think will be a bit of a problem for me later. So I'll tell you what, before we do that though, I want to try and clear up some of my units here a little bit. There's no point, for example, having these 2 units if I can't,
My
especially
lord.
a small unit of 27. So let's do that. You can join up
Orders.
with... There's only 29 of you. Okay, you guys, you can join up here. Anyone else I can try and help out a bit? So what, you
My
can
lord.
join up here. No, here, sorry. There we go, that gives me 3 units, and then I can add to later date. But for now, just go after Leonard Scrope and the others. What I'm tempted to do...
Orders.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll leave the catapults behind, and we'll leave Kedafor behind as well. How many archers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to leave this unit of archers behind as well, just to help any situation. It might seem like overkill, but I'd rather be prepared just in case, because I don't know what other troops these guys have got. So I'll tell you what, let's go after you directly.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
Okay, balance power is relatively balanced. We've got armored sergeants, armored swordsmen, armored sergeants, and oh wow. Okay, welcome everyone to the Merry Men. So this unit is in homage, I believe, to Robin Hood and his Merry Men from the stories. And from what I remember, like, I've never actually recruited these because to be honest, I never really did Britannia campaign before. But look at these: 13 missile attack. They're expert at hiding in woods, effective against armor. These guys could do a lot of damage to me if I'd let them. I have to be careful of that. But it looks like we could do that. These guys got 121. You know what? I'm going to be sneaky here. I'm going to try a night attack. But even then, it doesn't really put the balance bar that much in my favour. Considering I outnumber the enemy 2 to 1, you'd think that it would do more for me. Well, we're going to fight this out on the battle map and see what comes of it.
Glory to your name, sire! We attack!
The common folk of the land followed him as their leader and ruler. The retainers of the great lords adhered to him. Walter Gisborough under the leadership of William Wallace. I always felt Braveheart was a great film. Okay, let's get going. Right. So they had armoured sergeants, armoured troops and that. So what I would like to do is see if I put in my spearmen in the front line perhaps. They do have their general units, but I'm sure it'll be okay. We'll do that. These guys can form up behind. We'll put you in a group as well. So you guys can sort of charge through the gaps, maybe even come in from the rear. Tell you what, put you guys here and here. Right. We got Taily and my general. You guys, and we'll put the Taily skirmishers as well. We'll put you guys on the wide flank so we can charge in around and attack the enemy from the rear. And then you guys, we'll form you up behind here so we can march up. There we go. Okay, let's start moving up. Right. So you guys can form up here, ready to attack. Let's see, let's get you guys into position. Okay, let's tell you what, you guys will form up like so. No, you guys, I'll tell you what, form up on... No, stop running. Stop doing what I'm not telling you to do. You guys can come here, you guys... There comes that archery unit. Okay, you guys form up here, let's take you off skirmish mode because I don't particularly want you to run away. And we'll gauge the enemy now with our spearmen. Okay, so you guys can charge in like so. Okay, in fact, you guys can start running. Grand Raiders, we're going to start bringing you around the flank here. You guys will bring you around here. Horsemen, go after that unit of archers quickly. Okay, and where are you? Quickly, we need you up here in order to attack these enemies from the rear. Like so. Come on, we're taking casualties here, we don't need this. Okay, you guys see if you can take out that general's bodyguard unit. Okay, charge in there. Charge in here, quickly. You guys come in and support. You guys help out in the middle there, because it seems we're taking a few hits there. You guys can take these out. Okay. Fighting seems certain. There's good news here. Okay, these guys are really taking casualties, but on the other hand, they're just Gwent Raiders, so I'm not that fussed about them. My biggest concern, if I can eliminate the Sherwood archers, that would really help me out.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash.
Okay, you guys need to charge in. You need to do more damage against these armored troops. Okay, how are you doing against them? They haven't run away yet. There's only 19 of them left, 16. And they still haven't run away. I need to... I'll tell you what. General, I need you to come out. I want you to attack the bodyguard unit here. This should hopefully... They've routed. Excellent. Taily,
only half the enemy force remains.
You can come over and attack the unit here. Oh good, we've broken those. You guys charge into here. A nice big charge. Do some casualties against them. Taily, you can focus on the
enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press on and break the spirit of his army. Our men have captured the enemy general.
Yes.
Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Okay, we don't want these guys fighting to the death. That's just going to cause us unnecessary casualties. What I'd rather do is just have them come after... Okay, so you guys go after them. You guys can finish off these. Taily, you can escape from there. Grand Raiders come out.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
There we go. Okay, archers, maybe not use fire will. I don't particularly want you to kill off any more of my men. Okay, so we've got one man here, 4 men there. We've captured the bodyguard, General's bodyguard already. I think we can safely end this. There we go.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
We lost 242. The main target troops seem to be this unit of spearmen and this unit of Gwent Raiders. But I think we did okay. The only delay was dealing with the Sherwood archers. They took a surprising amount of time to kill, especially given I had a heavy charge from my general and the rest of them coming in. Ooh. To be honest, I have to admit, I feel really tempted to ransom him, because that together gives me 3,036. That could be money I could use. But on the other hand, this would give them back to the enemy, which, given the fact they've talking like 104 sergeants here, execute. I'd rather not deal with them if I can avoid it.
By God's will, we have triumphed!
Okay, we can go out to him
command,
next.
my liege.
Right. We'll put you guys together just to balance things out a little bit, but it still gives us 4 units. The Gwent Raiders will have to make do, but that should be okay. You guys are fine where you are. Okay, so next bit now, because we've got rid of this situation, we can actually move troops down from Gwent, Shrewsbury, I mean, to attack Gloucester. So what we'll do, I'll take you guys, but we'll leave behind Brockwell, because that's Prince David, and I'd like him to get experience fighting if possible. With him, we'll leave a unit behind of Spear Militia and these skirmishers. I think the rest of them should be okay. We'll head down now to attack that army.
Yes, sire! Moving to crush the enemy!
Okay, can we get them this turn? No, we can't.
Victory!
Okay, what we can do...
They'll wish they'd never been born, sire!
Oh, why can't I move you guys? Oh, I must have moved you from Cardiff recently, because I can see that I've got the bit there saying about recruitment. You can see that little symbol here. So yeah, I've got Spear Militia, so I must have moved these over from Gloucester, from Cardiff to Gloucester, in order to, just in case the enemy decided to attack. But okay, so we've got that situation done. We know a little bit more what's going on in London and that sort of area. We're slowly getting rid of the people here. The culture's still pretty high. We've got a bit of cash though, so what do I want to spend? Mainly it's just building on Shrewsbury and Chester in order to try and build the units up a little bit. So, in fact though, now I'll tell you what. With Chester as a town, we're okay for now. I can actually increase the public taxes a little bit. Just try and get a little bit of extra cash. It's not a lot, but every little bit's going to help. At Shrewsbury, you can do with a small church. I would like to spread the Welsh culture as much as possible, so I want to do that. And I can use the leftover money to try and get 1 or 2 extra units. So, what do we got? We can actually get access now to English Mailed Knights here, surprisingly. Gwent Raiders, English Bill Heavymen. We'll get 2 units of you. These guys are good against heavy armor, which, given the fact we're facing a lot of armored troops at the moment, seems like an ideal way to go. And yeah, that looks like the situation's all done and dusted. Let's just check. We're going to make 2,000 next turn. That should hopefully get me a few more extra troops. And yeah, it's time to end the turn. One of the reasons I am interested in spreading culture when it comes to... What the hell? Where did this army come from? That was not there a second ago. Where the hell? The only thing I'm thinking, maybe it was hiding in ambush in
My liege,
those
we must
trees.
make a stand. We are besieged.
So yeah, I'm thinking it must have been an ambush by those trees, and we were just lucky that the way the army moved prevented us from actually getting hit by them. Okay, but there again, even with knife fighting stance, that wouldn't have had to worry about that, but I'm just surprised the unit came out of nowhere. Right, we've now got merchants coming in, we'll have to be careful with those. But yeah, what I was going to say. One of the reasons I like in the game about the idea of spreading the Welsh culture and that, rather than religion and things, is in a way because of like how it is in the modern day in the UK and in Wales in particular. Wales, the Welsh culture is kind of dying off a bit. I mean, it's like, for example, nowadays, I would say, I think the last figures I saw put less than half the people in Wales can actually speak Welsh to like a reasonable level, like considering it's the native language. You know, it'd be like if you went to Spain, for example, and most of the people there spoke English, and half of them couldn't really speak Spanish. You know, it would be like it's a weird thing to think about, you know? But it's that sort of situation in in Wales in particular. Right where I live, a few people can speak Welsh, and you see people doing it among their friends, but for the majority of people, they speak English. When you go down to the South Wales, like, depending where you go in South Wales, some places are very passionate about the fact that they can speak Welsh. Other people are quite... Ooh, got 1,000 florins. Yeah, some people are quite passionate about speaking Welsh. Other places, you know, especially along, like, the English border, you don't see people really fuss that much. It's just one of those things. But, you know, the Welsh government and that do incentives to try and encourage people to learn the language. Even when you come to the UK, to Wales, you always see, like, all the signs when bilingual, or when you go into shops, you see all the aisle signs and that in Welsh and English. It's just a nice little touch, but it's showing that people are still trying to keep the language alive, you know? It is quite a nice language, to be fair. Anyway, back to this. Sorry, it's just a little thing that I've been thinking about recently. I thought I'd use the opportunity to share my opinion. Okay, right, what we're going to do. So we've got these two small armies that come to attack King Corellin. That's just one unit. These are the armoured sergeants. Okay. So it may be worth coming after these in order to eliminate them. We need to come back now because they've got units at Nottingham, and I want to keep Nottingham.
Defeating you.
Town militia, longbowmen, another king, and feudal knights. Okay, we need to basically clear through this blockade, so to speak. Okay, which one's got the most men?
I will only address you in battle.
Okay, what I'll do is... Let's go after... Lewis here.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
Now, Balance Bar does put the things only slightly in my favour, and as I did that. But I want to fight both these, because if I can eliminate them, then that's going to help out. We are going to take a few hits just because their troops are going to be a bit better than mine.
Muster your courage, men!
We'll deal with them the best we
march
can.
into battle!
Okay, it's going to be tough because until I can get rid of the castles and that where the English are building their superior troops is going to be annoying for me. So we want a nice clear day if possible. I might as well take advantage of the fact that I do have the archery advantage in the battle and try and do some damage to them from range as much as possible. In fact, I don't know where the reinforcements are going to be coming in, so we're going to deploy on top of the hill. We can then redeploy as required. So we'll put these guys just along here for now. We don't want to make the thing too big. We'll do that. Archers, we're going to put your archers in front of the line actually for now. We'll put them off skirmish mode, but we will pull them back. Again, we'll put you on the flank over here, and then we can just move around and attack the enemy from the rear. You guys can be on the flank and be over on this side.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Okay.
They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in gallantry.
Okay, so reinforcements are coming in from down the hill over here behind us. So we can focus our attention on this one unit here, it seems. The armoured sword. Did we not attack the bigger unit? Oh well. One of those things. Okay. You guys can come over here and start to attack. In fact, we'll just put you guys along here. Okay, you guys form up behind them here. You guys be prepared to come around the flank here, and General and Co, you guys can just form up here. We'll have to keep an eye out on that army coming up from the side, but we should be okay. Right, archers, stop, and let's take you off fire arrows. I'll just do that. Okay, you guys. Let's attack here. You guys can attack here, and you guys can attack them from the rear. The idea would basically just to kill them off as quickly as possible, make sure we don't take too many casualties.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, good time. Behold, the enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Okay, so from there now, we can deploy up now for the second attack. So you guys can form up here. You guys can form up just behind. We'll make sure you have got skirmish mode off, definitely. Okay, again, we're going to deploy with roughly the same tactic in mind. So we'll put you guys around on the side. We'll put them there. Where did we kill off all those swordsmen? Ah, it looks like we did. Okay, So what we'll do, we'll have the archers coming in ready to shoot at... Fine, let's put you guys in front. So we can just get a little bit of extra range, you know?
Units, double time!
And what we'll do, we'll shoot some arrows, pull back, engage them with our spearmen, bring in our Gwent Raiders and Britannia around the right and our cavalry around the left. I'm not going to be a bit careful with the cavalry just because they are spearmen after all, so I hope we will take more damage if we do a charge. But on the other hand, I'm hoping that a charge is going to be devastating enough to actually do quite a bit of damage to them. We'll have to just wait and see. Okay, there comes the thing. Do they actually have shields? Yes, they do. Just wondering how effective the missile fire is going to be. They are taking a few casualties and they are getting ready to engage. Okay. Going at 2 times speed. Right. Tell you what, you guys pull up so you're more along here. And you guys stay here for the moment. I would like to make sure that we're not going to be in a sort of situation where they decide to try and turn around and attack me elsewhere. If they want to just stand there and get shot at, that's their choice. I'm perfectly happy to allow them to do that. But, oh, here they come. Okay. Let's go back to normal speed a second. We're just going to do it nearly at the last second. Not too late, but at the same time make sure that we can still get maybe an extra shot in before we go. Okay, that should do nicely. Okay, in the meantime, you guys can start the charge down the hill to head towards them. Like so. We've basically left one of their units completely devastated, which is pretty nice. Okay. Britannia, you can come up here to attack. Gwent Raiders, come over here. General, we're going to have you foremen up just... Oh, they're coming straight towards my general, it seems. It's okay, we're just going to pull you back.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Let's pull you up here a second. These guys have routed already.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Daily skirmishes.
The enemy army flees the field.
There we
Pursue
go.
and run them down.
Okay, let's go after them. So we're going to here, here, and here. You guys can continue after them. Archers, stop your missile fire. I don't particularly want you to hurt any more of your men. Okay, let's just slaughter as many of them as we can. Okay, let's go after this unit. Fact, that's everyone dead. Apart from like 2 men running up there. Enemy general's fallen. Enemy general fallen. Okay. Exit battle, really quick.
This is a clear victory.
That was
goes
pretty
to
well. We only lost
men of
39
great
men
virtue.
and return managed to capture over 700 of them. I think that's really good going. Okay. Again, I'm just going to execute them. Just hoping we now get it. Both all men are dead.
An honourable, glorious
Right.
victory. To address me is to court death, knave.
Hey.
I respect you, my enemy.
I'm not too fussed which one of you actually go up against. We've got the spearmen to be able to do some damage to them. And hopefully the rest of the troops, as well as the reinforcements from Nottingham, should hopefully help out in this stead.
As you
Attack.
command, my liege.
Despite the fact if I do a night battle, which should technically avoid it so I don't have to deal with one of them, apparently they've decided to make it otherwise, so it will be a fairly balanced deal of my men against them. Let's just have a quick look again. These guys got town militia, some longbowmen, feudal knights. That could be a problem. These guys, longbowmen, family member. Okay. I feel pretty comfortable fighting this myself, but we're going to be doing it in the next episode, so we can make sure to not have to race through it this time. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall join you next time. Goodbye for now.